Phoenix, how old are you now? About 8 months and a few days? Well, Phoenix, I think it's high time that you learn about the birds and the bees. When a woman loves life so much that she wants to create a little baby to share it with, she goes on the internet and buys some sperm. And then she goes to the doctor and asks the doctor to put the sperm in her. And then sometimes the doctor says, your eggs are too old. And then, she has to go to IVF and egg donor. I can see this is getting a little confusing. Well, how about we talk to a real nurse, Linda Vigna Piano from Sure Institute. I think Phoenix likes that idea. And she can break down fertility for us.
IVF is in vitro fertilization. That means now you're going to undergo a real OR procedure. You're going to take hormones generally. I'm going to make a half a dozen eggs, maybe 20 if you're young. I'm going to take those eggs out vaginally with a big long needle under anesthesia. I'm going to have sperm over here somewhere inside of a lab. I'm going to put the eggs and sperm together. I'm going to make the embryos that I'm then going to transfer back into you, 1 or 2, and we're going to see if that works. That's IVF, in vitro fertilization.
Okay. That's more aggressive.
That's right.
If you need it.
That's right, and a much higher chance of likelihood of being successful. Now, if you do have issues with your ovaries or you're 40 and above, you're going to have to start thinking about something called an egg donor. I can still let you carry a baby, no problem, and there's even a lot of excellent studies out that talk about even if you used an egg donor, you used a young girl's genetics, her blueprint, her eggs, that you carry the baby, parts of your own hormones turn off and on certain, it's always say it's like
certain genetic
that's right.
messages.
I give you a blueprint for a house, you can build it any which way you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but you can, and that's how I see that. So you're
it's
still
called epigenetic.
That's right. And surrogate would obviously be if for some reason your body couldn't carry, for some reason, you could always use a surrogate. So those are kind of all the levels.
Once I hit infertility issues, I found the Resolve support groups. Resolve is a not-for-profit organization for people experiencing infertility, and those support groups were great because they were people really going through what I was going through. That's right. And I didn't feel like because some people at the gay center were getting pregnant so quickly, and it was like really hard for me to hear.
Right.
So there's always support groups for whatever stage you're at, and that was like really great for me. And if this is all overwhelming to you, I get it. I have nothing else. It should be.
Right,
it is.
right.
Welcome to motherhood.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I don't know what else to say. If there's a mother or a gay man or a couple wanting to get pregnant or have to undergo infertility treatments, watching this video right now, what would you say to them?
Gosh. One, keep things very real. I just did a video recently about the internet, and Athena was just talking about support groups, and I bet, Athena, you were talking about in-person support groups?
Yeah,
right?
face-to-face.
Okay, yeah. Those kind of support groups are amazing because you know why? People keep things real. Watch the internet, because as anybody knows from anything on the internet, social media is not real life. You can have a baby, one way or the other. We have a clinic in Connecticut. It's called Connecticut Fertility, and Dr. Michael Doyle caters to the gay and lesbian community internationally, because internationally, unfortunately, people do not have the opportunity that Athena had. It is against laws in other countries for a same-sex male couple to have a baby.
Wow.
You can't do.
Right.
So, and they want to have a family. They're just like everybody else. We can get you, baby, because your greatest fear going into this is I'm going to be childless.
We met Linda because we were in a movie together. The movie is called Have a Baby, and it premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival. I was in it as the movie followed my journey to have a baby, and it followed a couple other people's journeys, and Linda was the nurse who's an expert. At the premiere of Have a Baby at the Tribeca Film Festival, after the talkback, you came to me and said that you wished all your patients were like me. What did you mean by that?
So you were mentally healthy going into this,
yes.
1. Number 2, you were real. But the most thing that you were most centered about, and is very unusual, is egg donor. Most women, and I say most, I'm going to say like 95% in my experience, are never ready to move on to egg donor, and they block it. they'll try 1, 2, 3, 10 cycles with their own eggs before they move on to using an egg donor. And it's a shame because the cycle with your own eggs is usually fraught with anxiety. You know, the phone calls are negative. You didn't have, your eggs were only this many of them, and they only this many fertilized, and the embryos only look okay, and then eventually you're not pregnant. And that's what the phone calls are always like. It's very disheartening and sad. And you move into egg donor. It's just a whole different world. The news is always good, and I've got beautiful embryos, and do you sure you want to? Because you'll probably get twins, and these are what you have to deal with all of a sudden. And when I see these women like Athena holding their babies, nobody ever talked about, you know what they say? They say, why'd I wait so long?
Well, thank you so much for your time,
my
Linda.
pleasure, absolutely.
You're an invaluable resource. I really thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Does that make sense now, Phoenix? Do you understand all about fertility? Well, if you still have questions like the way Phoenix does, go search for Nurse Linda on YouTube. Look for Have a Baby movie coming out soon, and go get your baby.